Good morning, class 5. How are you guys doing? It's good to see you back. So, we are on Oscar Wilde's English course book, The Canterville Ghost. It's like a drama, it's a play. So, you'll come to that page 150. That's the last chapter in the book, and we are done with that. And you continue doing all your homeworks, what have been done, both the reader and the reader and the course book. Question answers you will do for homework by default. Canterville Ghost is by Oscar Wilde. Okay, so let's see what's Oscar Wilde all about. Oscar Fingal O'Flaherty Wills Wilde, 1854 to 1900, was an Irish writer and poet from England. He became one of the London's best popular playwrights in the early 1890s. The play, The Importance of Being Earnest, was Wilde's masterpiece. He is as much remembered for his plays as for his novel The Picture of Dorian Gray. This story has been adapted from The Canterville Ghost by Oscar Wilde. It's taken from there. Characters in the play: narrator, who is speaking, Mr. Hiram B. Otis, an American minister; Lord Canterville, a British lord, rich person; Mrs. Otis, wife of Mr. Hiram Otis; Mrs. Umney, the housekeeper; Umney, the twins, the Otis children, and the Canterville ghost. Lord Canterville and Mr. Otis are involved in a long discussion and have some forms and paper in front of them. Otis is the minister and Lord Canterville is a rich person. Narrator, who is speaking about the play, is telling what's going to happen. Scene 1. When Mr. Hiram B. Otis, the American minister, bought Canterville Chase, this palace or this farmhouse or whatever, this huge place in the countryside, everyone told him he was doing a very foolish thing. There was no doubt that the place was haunted. Lord Canterville himself had felt it his duty to mention the fact to Mr. Otis before he bought the house. So Lord Canterville is, Mr. American minister wants to buy this place, the Canterville Chase. Huge place in the countryside, castle of the lords. Everyone knew that this was haunted. There was a ghost. So Lord Canterville wants to tell, or rather mention it to Mr. Otis before he buys this place. So everyone should know that what you are buying. Mr. Otis, laughingly, I will take the furniture and the ghost at a valuation. He's laughing and saying, I'll take the furniture also and the ghost, don't worry. What is the valuation of the ghost? We can pay for it. I come from a modern country where we have everything that money can buy. And I think of something or whatever. I think, instead of reckon, if I say think, that's the same word reckon. That if there is such a thing as a ghost in Europe, we would have had it at home in a very short time, in one of our public museums or on the road as a show. In Europe, ghost, if we already had, we would have had a public show, people would have come to see him, we would have put it in the museum, people would have bought tickets to see the ghost. We are from a modern country. Lord Canterville smiling. I fear the ghost exists. there is a ghost. It has been well known for 3 centuries, since 1584 in fact, and always makes its appearance before the death of any member of our family. Lord Canterville is saying it is there is a ghost. It exists, it's alive. Past 3 centuries, it just comes before, gives its darshan, makes him see himself, everybody can see him or feel him just before someone dies in the Canterville family. Mr. Otis, well, so does the family doctor for matter, Lord Canterville. But there is no such thing, sir, as a ghost. And I guess the laws of nature are not going to be suspended for British aristocracy. What does he want to say? He's saying, well, so does the family doctor matter, Lord Canterville? So do you need a doctor? You have a ghost. Do you need a doctor? Can the doctor save anybody? The ghost is going to kill it. But there is no much thing, sir, as a ghost. There is nothing as a ghost. And I guess the laws of nature are not going to be suspended. We cannot call the laws of nature to stop. Mr. Otis is saying, for British aristocracy, that because of your saying that there is a ghost, you are an aristocrat, a lord. Because of your aristocracy, the law of nature cannot be suspended. The laws of nature says that there is no ghost. Lord Canterville. Science is saying there is no ghost. Lord Canterville, you are certainly very natural in America. And if you don't mind a ghost in the house, it is all right. Only you must remember I warned you. He's an American, Mr. Otis. It's already said American minister has come to England to buy a house. It's all right. Okay, there is a house, it's ghost. But I don't. Always remember I told you about that. There is a ghost. I warned you. Scene 2. They leave. They go out. Scene 2. The Otis family arrives at the house. Standing on the steps to receive them is an old woman neatly dressed in black silk with a white cap and apron. This is Mrs. Umney, the housekeeper. There's a housekeeper in London. All houses have housekeeper, caretakers. Mrs. Umney, I bid you welcome to Canterville Chase. I will be serving tea in the library. People used to drink tea in the library. Library means the personal library. Everyone moves to the library. Mrs. Otis, shockingly, what is that dull red stain on the floor by the fireplace? I am afraid something has been split there, Mrs. Umney. What is split there? What is fallen there? I see a spot there, Mrs. Umney. I am afraid that I am seeing something there, a stain, dull red stain on the floor. Mrs. Umney says in a very low voice, yes ma'am, blood has been split on that spot. Blood has fallen and split, it's become a blood spot. Mrs. Otis, how horrid. I don't care at all for bloodstains in a sitting room. It must be removed at once. I said, I don't care. In the sitting room, in the library, there's going to place bloodstain. Clean it. Remove it. It has to be removed at once. Mrs. Umney, again in a very low voice. It is the blood of Lady Eleanor of Canterville, who was murdered on that very spot by her own husband, Sir Simon of Canterville, in 1575. Sir Simon survived her 9 years and disappeared suddenly under very mysterious circumstances. His body has never been discovered, but his guilty spirit still haunts the chase. Feeling ashamed because you have done something wrong, guilty that he had killed his wife. So that spirit is going round in this Canterville chase. The bloodstain has been much admired by tourists and others and cannot be removed. We cannot remove it. We try to clean again, it comes back. So there was a murder. Sir Simon Canterville killed his wife, Lady Eleanor. Eleanor. Okay? From 15th, tourists come, people who come to visit see this place and they're so happy. I'll come back.